Hello and welcome along to Mondo Chelloveck Movies. My name is John, and this video is going to be two films I picked up off the Section 2 Banned Video Nasties list. Now, by my workings out, I'm only short of 7 movies off the Section 2 Video Nasty list, and also on Section 3, which I've got quite a far way to go, I need 21. So I'm getting there. So I get these two opened, and also, of course, when I was out, I got this through the door. So that means that on next week, there's quite a few things coming from Arrow. And so I'll open this one. I'll open this one first. This one came today. The other one there came yesterday, but I was at work. So yeah, these two are off the Section 2 Banned Video Nasties list. Section 2 being that they were originally on the 72 banned video nasties, but then these 33, is it 33? Yeah, they dropped 33. They got, well, put it back in syndication, but to be honest, the titles that are on there are ones that you think they really came back in the video shops, never really came back in the video shops, but they weren't going to be prosecuted. The ones that were on the 39 that were left on the list were literally, you get prosecuted for having these. These ones here, and these ones I've got here, you couldn't get prosecuted for them, but they still never saw the light of day again. And actually, they're both still quite hard to get. Now, I went on eBay thinking I was going to get myself some Section 2 video nasties, and there's a few on there. And I had my eye on these for quite a while, these movies, and I wanted them to get down to an acceptable price because, of course, if I go and buy these things, what's going to happen? They're going to be out in 8K tomorrow. So, I didn't want to spend too much money on them, thinking I'll be upgrading these because these are both DVDs. But at this point, it's the only way you can get them in the UK at a sensible price. So this one here, I'd put on, when you say I'd buy it now or best price. So I just went and watched that one. And this one got offered to me for £7.95. So I thought, right, I'm having that straight away. And so this come, and these two movies I haven't seen, believe it or not. And I don't think I've even seen them back in the day, although I've heard of both of them. But this one in particular I've heard of. So the first one I've got here is Unhinged. I say I don't know too much about this movie. Obviously, it's a banned video nasty on the Section 2 list, and that's it really. I know this has been released by 88 Films, believe it or not. Although I think I did see it in the shop and thought, well, I'll get that on Blu-ray because obviously sometimes 88 put them out on Blu-ray and DVD, but this one never saw the light of day. This was spine number in the Splasher collection. This was spine number 11 in the DVDs for whatever reason, and there's spine number 11 in there's Bloodsucking Pharaohs, I think. So that was a bit strange. So this one here, like I say, I don't know anything about it, but I like the fact that this is a nasty I've never seen. I put these on immediately, and I usually have a great time with them. This is released by Platinum Media Corporation. I remember seeing that quite a few times back in the day, that label. And I think I've had a look on their DVD compare, and it says that all of these ones are uncut. All the releases have Unhinged, although there is some better ones than other ones. The 88 Films ones has a commentary on, which this doesn't have. But this is kind of like one of them placeholders where I have to have it for the collection, but I've got every I do think this will get upgraded soon, especially with 88 have something to do with it. Maybe I haven't got the rights to it. So I'll come back as I always do at the end of this video, and I'll show you what these look like, the quality of it. Violence beyond reason, victims beyond help, previously banned. That's Unhinged. The next one is a bit of a funny one. This is quite a big box set. Now I've got this box set for just one movie. Sadly enough, if there'd been a few movies in this, this would have been even better, but unfortunately, I've got all the other ones on good formats, but this one here is just impossible to find. And actually, if you get the single edition DVD of it, that goes for a lot of money. So to save yourself a bit of money, what I did was I bought this. And it is this here, Box of the Band 2, for the movie Don't Go Near the Park, which is that one there. These are all banned movies. You've got Tenebrae, which I've got the 4K of. Contamination was the great Arrow Blu-ray. That could do with a nice upgrade. I love that film. The Witch Who Came from the Sea, which is a great movie. A lot of people don't talk about that one, but when I watched it, I thought, nah, this is going to be all right, but it was really good. very psychological. Evil Speak, brilliant. And Ban the Sadist Videos Part 2. I think that's available in the Nucleus release, I think. So I got this because of that. Now, this here, this set, there's two of them. There's a one and a two. The one seems to go for next to nothing. This one can go 20, £30. I got this one for £6.95. It's got a booklet in it as well. Excellent. And it's got, I mean, it's actually quite nice. Actually, this still comes from Anchor Bay. I didn't realize that. That's I like that. That's the cover of the Don't Go Near the Park. I think that's a vampire movie. I've seen the trailer for it and it looks absolutely crazy. Ultra low budget. It's a movie that I thought I need to see first. And if it's awful, actually I'll have to show this in depth when I come back because you get some great artwork in here. Actually, it looks in really good condition. Like I say, this was on for. I was watching this roll 99, like £99. They're all about £20. So I was putting some bids in for, like to say, I put a bid in. Check this one out. I put a bid in. It says £10 or best offer. So I put a bid in for £8. Bit of haggling. And what happened? The person got back and said 9.50, and I thought, I don't think that's too much of a haggle there. So that's why I thought, see, that shows you a bit of patience can go a long way. You can save yourself a little bit of money because I'm not saying this is going to be a bad set. If you want to collect these, I don't know what the condition's like, but I imagine with Anchor Bay, they look quite good. And they're probably the best you can get them in at this minute. So, but I didn't want to pay loads of money for it because, to be honest, it's probably going to come out sometime. And would you want to pay 20, £30 for one film and then it to become a really good addition, which will sort of render this set quite useless. But really pleased to pick that up for £6.95. I can't grumble with that at all. Absolutely brilliant. So speaking of Arrow, also when I come back at the end of this video, I'll talk about the fact that I'm going to keep the Blu-ray box set for Psycho, and I'll tell you why. First up, Unhinged. Now, like I say, I don't know anything about this, but reading on the back of this, it says, when Terry, Nancy, and Gloria, three pretty young college students, crashed their car in a driving rainstorm on the way to a rock concert, little do they realize that their troubles are just beginning. Waking up in a mysterious old Victorian mansion in the middle of nowhere, they find themselves cut off from the outside world. They are taken by Marion Penrose, a middle-aged spinster, and her mother, Mrs. Penrose, a demented old woman with a pathological hatred for men. From here unfolds a violent tale, turning again and again to savage brutality as it hurls towards its paralyzing climax. Yeah, so I put this on and I wasn't expecting much in the way of picture quality, and it wasn't too bad actually. It's bare bones. You basically get this and the movie and nothing else. There's no special features. You do get a scene index, which I don't think is a special feature, but there you go. Not even a trailer. It's a short movie, so we get watched quite quickly. So interested to see that, and like it's great to have these video nasties I've never seen before. So that's Unhinged. Next, I checked out Don't Go Near the Park. Now, I was expecting that to look, and I've seen trailers for it. The trailers look absolutely horrendous. It's one of those things. I'm going to get out the actual disc from here because I want you to see the covers on here. I do recommend this box set if you're thinking about getting it. You might not have any of these discs. Now, what I did was I checked out Don't Go Near the Park and also checked out Tenebrae just to see what they were like after just watching the 4K. Well, obviously, it's nowhere near the 4K, but it's actually quite decent. And so for 100, get this for under tenner if you haven't got these movies anyway. I just want to show you this, if I can show you it very quickly. You get all these amazing covers on the back. Be great if they had these actually as, things you could take out. They will look great on the wall. Excellent. Of the 5 movies in here, I've seen 4 of them. I own 4 of them, and I think they're absolutely brilliant. So you can rest assured that the movies are great. Don't Go in the Park is meant to be one of the worst ones in here, one of the worst video nasties. But when I watched it, it had a really young Linnea Quigley in it. I thought, is that her? And it was her from 1979. So that's might be her first ever foray into movies. And So when I put it on, actually, you'll see from the screenshot when I took the picture of it, I put it on expecting this to look like utter trash, but it actually looked brilliant. Weirdly enough, this movie, Don't Go Near the Park, looks better on this edition than Tenebrae. How nuts is that? And I mean, Tenebrae is a fantastic looking movie. And actually, it doesn't look bad on here. That's the only one I checked out. But the best thing about it is that these have got extras on it. And this one, Don't Go Near the Park, has got extras on of outtakes for 31 minutes of outtakes. So that's quite crazy. Also, the quality of the outtakes is really good as well. I don't think they've got all the audio on it, but I know they have got that extra feature, which I don't know belongs on if you get like one of the DVDs I'm talking about, which is quite expensive. I don't think that belongs on there. I don't know, but I'm just guessing. But I think that these might all have extras on, so this is really highly recommended actually. Now, strangely enough, you would think, oh well, this one here, I'll just get the Don't Go Near the Park on an Anchor Bay standalone release, but it's never been released like that. And Anchor Bay are no longer. So this is the only way to get it at the moment. I would love to think, because this movie does look nice, I would like to think with that added bonus of having the bonus scenes that are taken out, I think that that could be a good release for somebody. There's a lot of stuff to do with this on this disc, which I wasn't expecting at all. I was expecting that one to look awful and have no features at all, but it has. So that's a big ticks for that. So I highly recommended this, and I can't wait to watch that movie because it's another short movie. And this is the great thing about getting these films when there's that short, you can quickly put them on and just have fun with them. So that's Don't Go Near the Park. Well, lastly, I checked out the Psycho box set. Now, what I've done is I've kept the shrink wrap on here, and I've taken off this amazing slip goes over the top of the box. Now, the box is amazing, as you would imagine. Arrow have just got this knack of doing this thing well. Whenever they do something, they do it well. And I knew this set was going to be good. I wanted the 4Ks. Now, the reason why I'm going to keep this is I'll do a few comparisons here. Is taking out the disc there. I have swapped all the art here because I do think the art, the original art, well, the Arrow art for this is quite lackluster. Strangely enough, because usually the Arrow art can be nice. But I'll just take you through this set quickly. You've probably seen an unboxing this for quite a few times. Now, this is Psycho, obviously the first one, 1960, and this is in black and white. All the other ones are colour. And this is the universal. It's not an Arrow disc, even though it says Arrow on it. It's just been stuck on there. This is basically everything that's in the universal set. So you're not getting anything different for that. If you think you are, you're getting the uncut one as well, which has got them extra features in. You do get R cards, which I'm not sure you have. I bet you can see a video with all the R cards on. The 3 R cards in each set, and you get posters as well. You also get in here, you get double-sided posters of the original art, which well, the Arrow art, which I don't recommend, and the original art, which you kind of top. This is a forthcoming Coffin Joe box set. Quite interesting that. Then Coffin Joe's from Mexico, I believe. So this one here, I'll do some comparisons. What I did was I compared this with the 4K, which is in this set here, which was given to me by my good friend Paul, aka 4K Chef. How are you doing, mate? Cheers, mate, for getting this for me. Amazing. This is the American one, which comes in this really nice book form, and you've got the Blu-ray there, which is basically the same Blu-ray as that one, and you've got the 4K there. So this, I'm going to put comparisons up. Now, when I did that, this first time I've done a comparison with the Blu-ray of here to the 4K, and they do look quite similar. But I've got to say that the 4K has the black levels are insane on the 4K. So that's where it stands out, because everyone knows with black and white, when you do black and white 4Ks, the black levels are the star of the show. So that was the comparison between the 4K and the Blu-ray. Bear in mind, the Blu-ray is the Blu-ray from this set. It's not an Arrow Blu-ray. All the extras on it are the same as on this set. So Arrow haven't done any exclusive extras for that one. But it's still nice. So next up is Psycho 2, a movie that I think is brilliant. It's one of the best sequels I've seen. I don't like John Horgoss 73. All right, mate. He said he prefers this one. I can see why somebody would prefer this one. But I do think that this one has the edge. I think it's just so good. It's like a movie of two halves, actually, if you haven't seen it. I did compare it with, I have got this one from Scream Factory. And I did pair them because this one's got it's got a really good menu. when you put it on, it's got him walking up to there and looking at there in a kind of like silhouette form like that. I think that's really good. Unfortunately, I don't have it on the Arrow one, but the main thing about the Arrow one is, I think, well, obviously it's a new remaster, and I think what they've done is they have really got this one. I'll shift my space. They have really done some good work on this. Now, yes, the 4K is going to look better, but I've got to say that I think the Blu-ray in here looks really nice. And I'm more than happy with it. It's got a lot more extras on than that disc. And you get your poster, you get your cards. So I am happy with it. And it's, like I say, it's packed with extras. And I think the film, for me, is an absolute, it's just a brilliant movie and a brilliant sequel. And the one that I used to watch quite a bit, and that's why I've had this for quite a long time. And I do think this one looks good, but obviously I put the comparisons on, and you'll see that I think this one has the edge. I think it has the edge of being a new remaster, and also I think the colour and the sharpness just sticks out a little bit more for me. So next up is Psycho 3, and this is a movie I've seen quite a long time ago. I did used to really rate Psycho 2 and Psycho. I saw this one and I thought it was pretty decent, but I thought it was a bit of a drop in the storyline for me at that point. But I'm going to go back with fresh eyes and see what I make of it. This again is packed with extras and it looks absolutely brilliant. Yes, the 4K will have a little edge over it, probably in colour and dark levels. But to me, to be honest, the another thing about this is I've been talking to people in the comments when I put this on to say that I've got the wrong box set. A lot of people have said that why don't you get the 4Ks when they come up with standalone 4Ks from Arrow, which they will do, and they'll come into a sale eventually, maybe in CAX. I could pick them up and I could put the actual 4K into here. That's not a problem. I might do that. Also, what I might do is because really, to be honest, Psycho at this point, Psycho 3 is a movie that I kind of like. Psycho 4, I didn't like when I first saw it. In fact, I kind of thought, right, it just seemed like a pointless movie. Didn't understand why it was there. But I'm going to go back and have another look at it and see what I think of it. So for me, Psycho 2 is probably at this moment the only one I will upgrade to 4K at this point before I watch the rest of them. I know the Devs is a big fan of Psycho, so she would, and Bates Motel. So I reckon she would be watching this with me as well. And who knows, if we like it that much, I might upgrade. But it's something I can do. The box set is completely the same as the 4K one, so I'm not getting anything extra for getting the 4K, apart from getting the 4K standalone discs, which aren't available. I don't think you get the Blu-rays in the 4K and vice versa, obviously. So yeah, I'll show you that. It's got our cards in there. Also, I'll show you what I mean about this. You've probably seen it before, but I'll show you what I mean about this reversible art. I just think it's like it's what is it? I don't get it. Not my cup of tea, personally. I think they've done a much better version. Well, I think these are much better. These are what iconic, basically. I love this cover. It's one of my favorite covers of an old VHS cover. And lastly is Psycho 4, the beginning. Yep. This is like a prequel. You get your poster there. Actually, the poster quality in here seems better than the other ones. And you get the beginning, like a widescreen version. You also get the square version, the TV theatrical cut version. Now that is the one that you want to go for because it was filmed like that. It was filmed square. So when you go and do a widescreen one, you'll chop the top and bottom off, so you see less information. So why would you? I don't mind watching something square on my TV, as that's the way it was shot. And that's the bloke out of ET, madly enough. Can you believe it? This has got some extras on, not as many as the other ones, but they're still not bad. They're still adequate. And like I say, because I didn't really rate Psycho 4, I've never owned Psycho 4, I've never owned Psycho 3, although I did quite like it. And you get this huge book, this amazing book. It's just, yeah, Arrow do the best books for me. Unreal. Packed with information, which I'm quite interested to see what it says about this release. So yeah. So in short, I did get the wrong thing by accident, but I don't mind that I picked it up now. And I do think that it's going to be amazing to watch this because the Debs hasn't seen Psycho 3 or Psycho 4, so that's good. Oh, that doesn't go in there. And yeah, this is a lovely box set, and I'm really happy I got it actually. At the moment, the Blu-ray set is still for sale at Arrow, so get yourself across to Brum Horror, which I'll leave a link down below. Get yourself 10% off this box set. So that every little helps, doesn't it? Yeah, and I'm really interested to watch this now, especially the fact that I think I was going to go back to Psycho. I was probably going to buy myself Psycho 3. I didn't know about Psycho 4 way back in the day. I was going to get the Scream Factory Psycho 3. I don't know if they ever done Psycho 4. It wasn't something on my radar. I did say to the devs, I don't think we'll watch that one. But if it's here, we can watch it. And who knows, fresh eyes and all that with this time, it might resonate, and maybe the devs might get something out of it. She might enjoy it, and I might enjoy the fact of her enjoying it. I might enjoy it a bit better. So, really happy to pick this lot up. And don't forget, like I say, I've got some stuff coming from Arrow, which I'll show next week. I've also picked up some stuff the other day from the town. Picked up a couple of good things actually in the sale. And thanks to everybody who watched my slasher collection video over there. I'll leave a link down to it below if you haven't seen it. And the fact is, there's no talking in it. There's sometimes I'm going to do videos actually where I can. The video there, if I talked on all of those ones, it would have took ages, and it only lasted about 12 minutes when I showed all the covers. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do another one for the whole one of the Italian classics, the Italian collection at the moment. That would take forever if I'd done it that way. I mean, I go over right away to there, but I'm going to show them as well. Now, what I'm going to do is because I had some old Mondo Chelloveck songs and I put them on there, and they didn't really fit with what was going on with that sort of thing with horror. And I'm going to record and write and record. What I'm going to say, I'm going to write and record. I'm going to record a song, a really old song that was in one of the bands I was in, and it was written by a fellow called Doc Vibes. And Doc Vibes wrote a song called Undead. And actually, it's such a brilliant song. And I was thinking to myself, what songs can I put behind that? Or I might actually fashion some songs that sound like Italian horror. Now, Undead, I'm going to record. I haven't recorded one with Mondo Chelloveck, but I think I'm going to re-record it. And I'm going to, when I do things, I'm going to put it on behind like unboxings and things like that, or things where I don't actually speak. So that's a little project for me. Anyway, so thanks for watching. You take care, and I'll see you on the next video. Cheers.